In this video I'm going to help you with the serve, the toss, and the difference between beginners and a little bit more advanced, and also why beginners usually serve like that, okay, with the hand here, and you see the ball on this side, and then I 5 and finish. And more advanced players, instead of looking from this side, we look the ball from this side here, and then we serve. Also, when you start, most of the times we teach, and it's better without moving your legs, and then we see most of the players already doing this and then jumping. So I'll try to cover all of this, but I will start with the toss. And the toss on the serve is really important, because the toss is what is going to help you to have a really good serve. And when you start, if you are a beginner, you need to understand that to begin your serve, you need to start without moving your legs. Because if you start serving, moving your legs, even if the toss is bad, you can always play, and usually you change the grip. So even before that, of course, to start, you need to use continental grip, this hammer grip here. This is the only option. And as I also mentioned before I go to the toss, when you use the continental grip, if you start like that, your racket is going to be facing down, and you naturally change your grip to forehand grip, to this grip here. So what I say to my students and to you is, instead of starting with the racket like that, even if you have continental grip, try to avoid this. It's not comfortable, that's why you're going to change the grip. So what I recommend is to keep continental grip, and instead of starting like this, like normal players they start, instead of this, just try to open here. Okay, same grip, just open a little bit of the racket. And the reason is that if you open, and if you have the forehand grip, to open, you're gonna feel really uncomfortable on your hand. So you will see immediately that the grip is wrong, and then you will correct. So you put forehand grip, continental grip, and you open a little bit, and then from here you start your movement. To start the toss, one of the basic exercises is just you have two balls. Okay, and you try to, just a quick short break here to say that my forehand course and my ebook already reach over 30 countries, and most of you are buying first, second, and also the ebook and sending me your feedback. I share all your feedbacks on my, or most of them, on my Instagram, so have a look there. And here in the link below in the description, you have the link for the first and the second. The first one is for basic technique and footwork, a bit more boring, but the foundation for tennis. Without that, you cannot play good tennis. And the second, I know most of you will enjoy even more, but is the second one. That's why, because you work on your top spin and open stance, and also the mindset and both are really important for tennis. I'm looking forward to see you inside, to see your transformation videos. And now let's get back to our video. Toss one, and with the other one you're gonna throw the ball, and you're gonna try this until both balls touch on each other. So you toss the ball with this hand, and this hand you imagine you serve, and both balls needs to touch. Try this a few times until you get it. Basically, you toss this ball, and this one you go. Yeah, as you see, I even failed, but of course you can try a few times and you will get it. Second exercise, if you do already this, is to keep the racket here. Okay, here. And as you know, on your foot, or if you don't know, I'm telling you again, when you serve, the position is always behind the line, not too close to the middle. The ideal is here. And often we see players starting to serve here, and then all the court is open. Here is ideal, because from here you cover the court. So if he plays down the line, you cover there, but if he opens he or she opens the court, you also cover, you are in the middle of the angle. This foot is pointing to the pole of the net in this direction, and this one is here, half back, and then you go back. Okay, and this is from this side. From that side is not, I don't know if you can see, but from this side is not exactly here. You go a little bit more back and more sideways, because you want to face that court. But now we are talking here, okay? And now to toss the ball, you need to toss the ball, and the ball needs to fall exactly on the strings of the racket. So you are here, you're going to toss the ball, and you're going to keep the ball exactly on these strings. You can do this a few times. You will not do it at first, I believe, and even if it goes, try again, do like a few of them. One of the tips I want to say to you, apart from these two exercises, that when you toss, just go, instead of doing this that we do, usually you see us doing this and we toss like that. Okay, but we play many hours. We are too much hours and days and weeks and years on the court, so we have a lot of sense where is the ball, what we can do. For you in the beginning, the easiest way is to go down to your leg, and when you do this, you are here, you go back, power, basically the power is on this leg, then you go back, power is on this leg, and you go back behind the line, you go back, and this hand is here. And then when you go again forward, you see, you just try to do this and this, and you even catch. So basically your hand is doing this, and you don't go here, and like that is really difficult to lose the ball. Also, another important tip here is that you don't throw balls, okay? You just open your hand. So you are here, this, and open your hand. You're gonna see it's normal that I'm gonna explain you this, but naturally if I don't think I will do that. It's just because I'm really used to do this. But for you as a beginner, again, here to your, the weight is here, back, your hand, like that. Okay, focus on the toss first. If you can do this a lot of times, then you can combine with the movement on the serve. And the movement with this hand, you can start here, doing the same movement here, because closer you are on the racket, easier is to serve, okay, because the contact point is closer to your body. Then you can go, you can start here doing this, then you can go here, and then lastly you can do this. Let's do already here. Basically you are here, you already work on your toss, and now with the racket you have too much movements. You can just go up. Now actually I'm just doing this, okay, but all my life I did this. And my recommendations to you is to start with the basics, and then you can change later. So you are here. Most of you ask what is swipe the floor. Swipe the floor is what I use for kids, for them to understand. Not that we swipe the floor a lot, we have vacuum cleaners and everything, but imagine the action of swiping. Okay, I don't even know if this is the action, but you can understand that this is swiping the floor. So you are here. Imagine you divide the serve in 4 steps. So the first one, you are here instead of this here. Imagine you swipe the floor, so you do this motion until the racket is here. 85% of you are still not subscribed, so first I want to say thank you for being here, and second, if you like this video and if you want to watch more content like that, subscribe, be part of this community. We are trying to reach 100,000 subscribers and the silver play button. So thank you for watching, and now let's go back to our video. Thank you. You are here, you will toss the ball, and the racket is here. And when you see the racket here, you go like that to your back. Okay, and you notice that I do this and I don't do here. You will do this, and when you do this, you will change the grip. So you imagine you swipe the floor here, like this movement here, and this, instead of opening the racket here, from here you go to your back like that. Imagine you have a cone here, and this needs to drop the cone. So you are here, imagine you swipe the floor here, here, and then imagine you drop the cone, racket on your back. And then forget pronations. Again, I'm going to say this again. Forget this part here of the serve. Never think on that. Just focus on swiping the floor, racket on your back, I5 with the racket straight. Okay? So swiping the floor, racket on your back, I5. And finish on your pocket, holding the racket like that. This. Okay? Why? Because when you finish, here you are ready, you are already ready for the next shot. And usually you are here, you finish as a beginner, and then when you go to the middle, you already change this hand for the semi-western grip on your forehand. And it's also easier from here to wait on this position, and this hand helps to change the racket. If you have one hand, or if you have 2 hands, you can finish, go here, and then naturally your hand goes down and you just open, okay? And again, it's much easier to change from forehand grip to the backhand grip than continental to change for the forehand. You lose more time and it's more difficult. But now, going back to our video, we already know how to toss, you already know how to do this motion, and now let's do both together. You can start holding here, but let's start already there. You can do both together. I hope I don't do this on my toss, without moving your legs. So what you can do is you can toss the ball and do this, and your leg can do just this motion here, this movement, okay? You cannot move. This way, you make sure the ball is always here. Imagine you have the racket, and you don't lose the ball. So you swipe the floor, racket on your back, the ball is there, as you see, and then I5. Swipe the floor, and I5, and finish. Look, I missed the net, okay? Then I need to play higher. And if you see, if you just play, swipe the floor, racket on your back, I5, and finish. And I lost the balance because I tossed differently. But if you just play with the head of the racket straight, the ball is already in and you didn't do anything. So then you just do the motion, you can accelerate more. In the beginning, focus just on consistency, playing the balls inside of the square. And I mean, in the beginning, that is not even the priority. The priority is just to work on your coordination of your arms and your movement as a whole, okay? And then you start focusing on consistency, okay? That is the priority now. So you do again, you do as much as you can. Then the second progression, I'm not going to spend the ball, but I can do it. The second progression is just swipe the floor, racket on your back, I5, and finish, and you move this leg. And the last progression I'm going to do really slow is to do, sorry, my toss again, is to do with the jump. And then 2, 3, split step. This is for beginners. This is what you need to learn. And then later, if you want, you can progress to this. You can, instead of this, you can do that. But start with this is the easiest way to understand for beginners. It's the easiest way to have references to work on your serve. Then, I mentioned before in the beginning, why instead of looking here, we look here. And we just do that because when you do this, okay, you will have the energy transfers from this point until here. And what we do is when we do this, okay, we are here, and then we want to rotate more, okay, to bring more energy, because the energy starts on the floor. You need to take it out of the floor, and then the energy, when it reaches here, the energy needs to be transferred from here to the shoulder and then to the arms. So when you are here, you do this to rotate more, okay, and here you do this, okay, and then you explode to the ball. You will have more energy, and it's much more efficient biomechanics. So we do this and this, okay. I can show you 2 or 3, and here you will notice that my toss is already not what I teach, but this, this, yeah, I didn't warm up, so I'll serve slower, but just for you to see, sorry. And then I need to finish the serve, but just to show this motion, this, basically you see that I toss, and then I do this with my arm. So I toss, and then here, okay, and I open the space. So, and I serve more here, I don't know why. This, okay, and I don't usually serve a lot. I'm changing my movement. As I said, I used to do this. Now I'm doing this. I used to not move my legs. Now I'm moving. A lot of changes. And I miss. But yeah, I need to do more. Serve is one of my best shots also, but I'm afraid to get injured, so I need to warm up first. It's not an excuse, but if you want to take it as an excuse, is up to you. One of the things I learned in life is to don't care a lot about other people's opinions and those who don't believe or those who criticize your job. So if you think that, you can even comment, but will not affect anything. It's really important for you as a person, a player, and in life to believe in your capacities to do the things you like, and most of the times to never give up on your dreams, on your goals, because everything is possible. And of course this channel is for tennis, but I also try to help you understand that in life we really need to chase our goals, our dreams. And for me, what really helps, I know this is not about serve, but I think it's really helpful, is everything I wrote in life, that I wrote like I want to be #1, I want to reach this, I want to reach that. Everything I wrote happened. So now I wrote 2 more goals. One of them is to get the silver play button, so I need to remind myself about that always. And I also wrote I want to help 1 million players getting better with my course, with my book, and they are really, really good. They are reaching already a lot of players, maybe 200 now, I don't know, I didn't count, but over 100, that's for sure, because I counted maybe a month ago. So thank you so much for watching. Check out the links below in the description about my course and my book. Send me your feedback by message or by email. You have my emails also everywhere, and also on my Instagram and here on YouTube. Let me know what you think about this video, if this is helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.